how are you guys doing today? I hope everything is well. Today it's Thursday morning, so I just finished a 4K swim, pretty much easy, most of it. A few 25s a bit quicker, and in the end 5 times total hundreds long course meter with some tools at just like this 8 out of 10 threshold pace, just to keep the rhythm all at 115. So nothing wild, just keeping it ticking over, but overall low load. Because yesterday was a bigger day. Yesterday total 5 hours. I had 4.5 hours of riding with some quality in there, so to fatigue the legs, and then a little bit of a brick run 20 minutes after that. Combo of having the long ride on one day and then the next day have the long run, which we have today. So the swim now, then a little break, some food, and then we have the 2-hour run, which I take you with today. Nothing crazy there, lower heart rate stuff, but we're gonna head to the hills to get a bit of muscular stimulus, so as hilly as you can get here in Finland. And then from then on, later just a 1-hour easy recovery ride, and that'll be the day. Fun fact, if you're not using scissors to cut your chicken to be more efficient at eating, you're amateur. Just kidding, saw this in a bodybuilding video and I had to try it, so I have one pair of scissors. Of course it has to be cleaned properly, but it's actually a lot easier if you just eat with a spoon and just have to get the food down. So there we have the lunch, extra for carbs, apple juice, just some ketchup for taste. Here are 4 spoons of olive oil on there, mainly for calories. Some veggies, the fresh cut with scissors, some salt, some pepper, and yeah, just like full wheat macaroni, 250 grams about. And I'm telling you, with the scissors, once you start with the scissors to cut your chicken, there's no way of going back. So since I have my first pro race coming up in 8 weeks time, Challenge Once Pro half distance, super excited for that. I talked about the mindset leading into that, I think before, but I really have that dialed down, nailed in. What do I call success in half distance and long distance? How do I tackle this mentally? I think that's something it took me really a few months to figure out. So how I approach now this pro race is 2 factors. So first of all, my numbers. Did I show my numbers which I trained for in the race? So in the swimming, there'll be like my threshold pace in a wetsuit is around between 113, 115. In a long course pool, I can hold that. That's my kind of effort I can hold. So we did the other day in a group. I noticed as well when I swam in the pool there that if you swim behind someone, the effort literally drops from threshold to Ironman effort. You're suddenly at aerobic at the exact same pace. It's absolutely ridiculous. That's why, of course, you want to get the fastest speed possible. So did I hit my numbers? Did I hit everything, swim, bike, run, what I trained for? The ranges in there, you can't exactly predict, of course, but you have some ideas, some ranges. Are you in those ranges in that race? That's one part of success for me. The second one is the mindset part. That is super important, and I had really, for a long time, no idea how to tackle this. For example, realistically in a 71.3, if you're physically not able to run a 108 to 110, you're not gonna win it, right? Knowing that, going into a race, that's my big thing I want to work on, and that is one of my biggest goals. Equally important as my physical numbers is I go into the race, I only call it to assess this race if I did my numbers and if I had the mindset that I still try to win. So I always want to have this in the race, be like a pit bull, put absolutely nobody on a pedestal, no Olympic champion, whoever is next to me, it does not matter. Attack everybody and try to win. In the swim, try to push as hard as possible, tactical, blah blah blah, just push, make it smart. On the bike as well, not this sitting in beta mentality, which I see so much. Is like, it's horrible. I just want to go attack the guys, everything I can, and then on run as strong as possible. If they run me down in the end, totally fine. I did my absolute best, try to still attack, try to win, and then I'll be happy. So first of all, I got my running backpack. There's some mistake I did in the past that with 90 to especially 2-hour runs or longer, I didn't take a backpack with hydration. Big mistake. Then I have, so this is just plain water, a bit of that. Then I'll have in a second hour of the 2-hour run, I'll have 80 grams of sugar. It's actually pretty funny to see how much 80 grams of sugar is. Quite a lot. I'll put that in this flask, which I talked about in the last video. I probably will do that for racing. And then I got this bad boy here, new. So that's just to funnel it in there. And especially for, I can show you, what's especially hard to get it in the aero bottles here. So you don't want to, of course, spill anything or anything like that. So super easy like that. And then you can really just put it in the glass, measure it out on a scale, and then you can fill a little bit of water in there. This is gonna be, put a bit of skateboard tape in there so I don't lose it. Super easy, just cut it in pieces, skateboard tape, get it from the shop, cut the corners around, and yeah, then you have that one. And for the race, I'll put 240 grams of sugar or straight up carbs in there, with a bit of sodium precision hydration pills, but that's another story. Then we have a pair of gloves because it's actually still 7 degrees, still quite fresh. It is booth thing, something for the throat. A cap, I don't want a full beanie because it might be a bit still too warm, but one of the caps. I love my Kona cap. I get good vibes and good memories, so always good for extra motivation. Then I have some electrolytes here, something locally. I checked that anti-doping, that it's clean from the websites, and it has a bit of vitamin C in this as well. And yeah, but nothing crazy. 400 milligrams of sodium, not too much I need today. And then a GoPro. Right, just fill up the rest with water, bit of electrolytes in there, and then mix it up. Alright, checking in. We are 10 minutes into the run. Currently heading towards the hills. It's about a 20-minute run until we get there. It's also like ski slopes there in the winter and stuff. So really good for a bit more hilly running. Long run today. The goal is between 140 and 150 heart rate. So really, yeah, not focusing on pace at all. Completely ignoring pace. Just getting the time in the legs, good technique, good cadence, running the hills, keeping controlled, and heart rate. All right, spot on, 20 minutes, made it to the forest, super beautiful now. All the ice is gone from the skates, so legs feeling good. Nothing major fatigue, but after an hour or so, hour and a half, probably will come a little bit at that year. But yeah, feeling good. See you later. We are 1 hour in, so now I get the magic flask, 80 grams of carbs, which I'm gonna zip over the next hour. So still feeling good, good energy. With a huge shock of the doping scandal going on, I'm not gonna go into it. I think we all had enough of it. But I saw it also from different lenses. I put like different hats on. Also I put the head on the competitor, because you can see the data and numbers, you kind of know what you have to chase. But I'm really into, I love the psychology part of the sport, especially with the ones who really have it figured out. Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. I think there may be 3 in the sport of triathlon who are a little bit in that direction. but not more from what I can tell. And when I listen to podcasts and everything, you can really, I think you can hear within 3 minutes of someone talking that he has the potential of being a real great athlete. Not just winning few races, but like Jan Frodeno level, Christian Blumenfeld level. If you listen to those guys talk, if you're into this kind of stuff, I know the differences are huge. For example, the doping scandal hit, and a lot of big pros, they got emotionally so rattled. I mean, we all did. We all had a big shock, frustrated, anger. We all had it. But I mean, I think a lot of people, a lot of athletes, they did this since they were young, right? They didn't have a job, like a full-time job, the stress that comes with it and all those other things. Yes, of course, there's stress as an athlete as well, obviously. But from what I could tell is really, there wasn't a lot of emotional resilience going on, even with a lot of top guys. I mean, they literally let this doper cheat stop them from training. They let somebody else impact, a cheater, let them impact, have so much power over them that they didn't train or couldn't train. So it's the same as like internet troll, someone you don't know. I had this once and it did trigger me, but I right away had to learn, okay, this has nothing to do with me. If this person gets triggered, just a person in a bad spot. And if you allow them to affect you, you are highly unprofessional, you are a rookie. So if someone really, that's the state of pro triathlon. If some of the best guys are getting emotionally rattled and impacted by that for a whole week, which you can, but like you have to get your job done, right? Just imagine you have this at your work. Okay, your colleague get fired, let's say. Oh yeah, okay, I'm not gonna come to work. Or my colleague cheated at something at work. I don't know, I just feel like emotional resilience isn't very high with some of the athletes, which the reason I say this, if you do an event for 4 to 8 hours, half a full Ironman, you have a lot of time in your head, a lot of time. And if you can control doubts, fears, and all that stuff, and within a second shoot it out when it comes, if you can't do that, well, I don't think you're gonna be a world-class athlete. We are 90 minutes in, still feeling good, energy good, breathing good, heart rate good, no heart rate drift, but you can feel that the legs, something's happening, especially if they keep the cadence firing after the heavier bike ride yesterday. So that's what you want. You want some stimulus from this. If this would be super easy on all systems till the end, I mean, how much training stimulus are you getting? You want always some stimulus. Of course, heart rate is working, blah blah, but you want something to adapt. Always step by step, day by day. They know you're not in Central Europe or anything like that. I'm not kidding. There are some small snowflakes coming down. Oh, I'm severely dehydrated. I think I'm good. Yeah, still fresh, 5 degrees. Looks sunny and warm. And it can be, it was already, but now a little fresher dip again. Yeah, there was definitely snow, a little snowstorm, but yeah, it doesn't stay on the ground. Cool, done. Happy with that. 2 hours, 5:15 average with the hills up down. Like I said, I didn't check once the pace, I really don't care. Just checking for the heart rate and effort and cadence. So really happy with that, and hope you guys are well. Training is going well. It's the last few weeks for some of you guys. We have races coming up, so stay focused. Learn to say no now. Don't boycott your training and all the work you've done just to go over the edge now, to get sick or something like that. Become a little bit self-centered now. do things you take for balance, of course, family, friends, but learn to say no, focus on yourself, on your own journey, and race time soon.